Hi, the rocket launcher is one of the worst blitzes in the entire game, and that's very easy to prove. In fact, it's so bad that one veteran with crack grenade is better than the entire team bringing the rocket launcher and picking up every grenade on the map, and the veteran's not picking up any. So here's the rocket versus a boss. Here's its boss damage with all the damage talents. And an immediate grenade pickup nearby. Another thing I'd like to say is that this does not scale with range damage at all. That's a myth, and I'm going to disprove that. Sorry to be a negative Nancy. I know this is like the casual, like literal god of the casual items, but it's really bad. For some reason, I don't just throw the next crack, so I lose a little bit of DPS here. And you can see it's already dead before this stab even happens. So 8,600 DPS. So a veteran that doesn't even crack as fast as possible does more DPS by themselves to the boss than the rocket does on the ganger. Then you consider that the veteran can also regenerate 1 every 60 seconds and gets 5% back on a leader specialist kill anyone in the group makes. Then you consider that you get in Havoc 40 like 500 plus elite specialist kills, probably more for being honest on average. You get anywhere from about 50 to about 100 crack grenades back, and that's being conservative, accounting for human error. So there's only like 15 grenade pickups on the map total. Like that's maximum, like assuming you high roll. So even if everyone brings a rocket and everyone picks up every grenade drop, you only get like 45 total rockets. The veteran by himself generates, without taking any resources off the map, more than the rockets. And the grenades kill more efficiently than the rocket as well. Speaking of, notice they are even closer than they were in the crack. Look at how close these guys are. Literally, look at how close these guys are. They're like 20 pixels away. I had to get like a screenshot tool and literally go from here to here and see what the pixels were. Notice they are even closer than they were in the crack demonstration. That's not close enough for them to take the enough damage to get bled through. To actually make this kill more than one crusher, they need to be literally glitched inside of each other. You need to use some form of crowd control. And even then, there you go. This is what it's like for cracks. Notice how much further away these guys are. Veteran also has the ability to manipulate where the enemies stand, which is something the ganger severely lacks. So he can't just push one crusher back into a choke point with them. The rocket is horrible. Now, I would also like to showcase to you that the rocket does not benefit from range damage at all. So if we go here, in your face, 25% range damage against targets within 12 meters. We do 12,500 damage, yeah? Okay, well, oh my god, I need to stop clicking that. Now we get rid of this. Put this point anywhere else. We get rid of this. 12,500 damage. It literally doesn't matter. So many fucking rockets, they're starting to trip over them. The only thing that matters is stuff like this. For some reason, this seems to work. Question mark. This 25% weak spot damage. You go from 12,500 to 12,800. So yes, please stop telling me that it's actually good if you stack range damage. When you say this thing can half health a boss in one hit, how can it be bad? You need to understand. It's not the class doing that. First off, the only thing that really gives it damage is your stim. We do 16,000, then we get another one, and we use the ultimate with the stim. And now we do 17,000. So for, the alt gives it not even 5, 3% extra damage for whatever reason. Point is, you need to spend your stim, the incredibly useful and rare blitz ammunition type, and you need team support to make this thing do 25k to a boss. The worst part is, that's not even truly half of a boss's health in Auric. That's actually 40% because they have 60,000 health. Second off, in Havoc, that's not even 30% of their health. So what? Are you gonna, so even if the entire team brings rockets and unloads, it will be less efficient than one guy bringing cracks. And I would just like to point out, by the way, to you, crack grenades used to only let you hold 2. You also used to have to spend 5 points to get every grenade node. They were widely considered to be in competition for one of the worst grenades in the game back then. To fix them, Fat Shark had to half the amount of points that you put in to get all the grenade talents. They had to effectively, as a result of that, double. They gave you an extra one, and then because they rolled the extra grenade into the double grenade talent and removed the node that was before it, so you could just go straight to it, they effectively doubled the amount of grenades you could hold, which meant you didn't override your rolling cooldowns on it. So they effectively doubled the amount of grenades you could hold, like quadrupled the amount of grenades you could regen, and halved the amount of points you had to invest to get all that. And then that still put cracks only about on par with frags, just at a baseline. They had to then make armor spam the meta in Havoc, which gets hard countered by the crack grenade, to make it like the go-to. This is worse than crack grenades were before everything I just mentioned. This is worse than crack grenades were pre-patch 13. This is quite possibly in contention for one of the worst blitzes in the entire game right now. Sorry, I just don't know what else to say. I just keep getting told by, like, Damnation Andes that wonder why they, like, can't survive in Damnation, and the only thing they have to do, like, boss and crusher damage is this thing, and it's just terrible. It's just terrible. The content creators that were glazing this so hard in the pre-release streams, they just, I'm sorry, they just fucking lied to you. Like, Mr. E just, like, lied to you. Or they just straight up don't understand how to evaluate something. I'm sorry that's how it played out. I'm sorry that it's, like, super cool thematically, but it's actually, like, just worse than other things by, like, tenfold. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this in, like, a way that will not anger people that really like this thing and really, you know, enjoy it and insist that it's good, and is also accurate and truthful to, like, the current meta and way the game is played. Honestly, this rocket could do 25,000 damage per hit, and you could get one back every 60 seconds. It would still be worse than a crack grenade. One veteran bringing crack grenade would still be better than, like, 2 gangers bringing rockets at that point. Honestly, the only thing I could think of to fix this, Stephanie, please not now. The only thing I could think of to fix this is if you made it regen 1 every 60 seconds, and every time you kill, like, 20 armored enemies, whether they have any flak or carapace or anything, you, like, after 20, like, they drop a thing, and after you pick up 20 of the thing, you get, like, 1 free scrap rocket. Like, I don't understand why Fat Shark was so stingy with the rocket, considering how just terrible it is. When they were talking about it in the dev blogs, they were talking about it like they were scared of the potential power of the rocket. Well, now that it's out, it is quite possibly one of the worst blitzes they've ever made. Like, I do not believe Fat Shark actually understands what makes a blitz overpowered versus really weak. Because they basically just made crack grenade, but worse than it was before you buffed it. You felt the need to buff crack grenades because the crack grenades were in a better place than this is right now, and you still felt the need to, like, giga buff them, like double, triple their effectiveness. They were just that underperforming. So why would you be afraid of crack grenade but 3 times worse? It doesn't make sense. Okay, maybe somehow all of that doesn't convince you. Maybe you're just delusional. Maybe you're just coping. Well, let's compare that to a grenade within its own class. If you're in this situation with a rocket, maybe you kill 2 maulers, 3 if you're absolutely lucky. This is just 1 chem tox grenade. Do I need to say anything else? Like, 1 tox grenade got, and then my friend's tox grenade got him like 20 kills, and then the final, like, residual blow-ups and shit. 1 tox grenade got me to like 20 elite kills, then it got my friend another like 20 elite kills, and then the residual leftovers got us each like 7 elite kills. That's more value in 1 tox grenade than in like 7 rockets. And you want to know the actual results of this? Scoreboard. God, this should just be base game. This was my friend before he swapped over to tox grenades, and this is after. This guy didn't swap over at all. He kept using rocket. I got plenty more. I got plenty more of these. You know, this is literally the scoreboard from that game where me and him were using Toxin and these guys were using like Rocket, Rampage, or whatever. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. The Rocket is legitimately horrible.